start off by crediting South Florida. They played with the appropriate level of force and competitiveness. Really did a great job of attacking and finishing. And I thought that was a big difference in the game, was their ability to finish plays. All up and down the roster, but in particularly their backcourt, their perimeter players did a great job of getting into the lane and doing that. We're not playing with an effort that's worthy of winning right now, and that's a complete indictment on me. It is my job to get them ready to play and play with the appropriate effort. And so that's what we're going to go back and work on doing. We don't have enough players playing that way, and because of that, we're not earning any results, and we've got to get back to competing and playing harder on both ends.
Questions for Coach?
Just starting out with a little bit of a positive note, I thought Taina played with some fire. She reached 1,000 points across her career. Can you tell us what she meant to you, to the team tonight, and what she's meant throughout the season?
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned her, because I would say she's the one player on the roster that is playing with that appropriate level of force. And I think that's evident when you watch us play. She's competing hard. It's what you'd expect from a senior. She really wants to win, and she wants to play well. She led us in scoring. She led us in rebounding. She led us in assists. She led us in steals. And she really tried to will us back into the game. It's just we just had one, and we have to get more. And so, I'm pleased with where T is, but I'm not surprised, because T practices like that every day. That's how she is. And, the thing that I love about the game of basketball is that it honors those players that are focused and work at that level daily. Like, you will get results in the game if you do that. And she's a joy to coach. And it's my job to get some more of our players around her playing at a higher level. But I know I can count on her to play well.
Coach, I know you're not going to consider this an excuse, but are you still suffering from the hangover of the West Virginia game?
I hadn't felt that at all, but we certainly talked about it. Coming into this game, I felt like while we hadn't played our best basketball, if you really look at each of our games, we played one bad half, and that was the second half against West Virginia coming into this game. I thought the first half we were competitive, we were physical, we were playing well, and competing, I should say. I don't know if we were playing well. We only had 23 points, but we were competing, and we did not compete in that second half. And so that's the key to this thing, is we've got to get our players competing and playing well. And like I said, that's my job. That's on me to do that, and we're going to exhaust every way that we can to get our team playing better.
I mean, South Florida was blistering hot on offense all night. What made it difficult to defend? And did you ever feel like Duke had control of the tempo?
I think the thing that was poor for us was our one-on-one defense, and that started in the first half. They were getting straight-line drives to the basket and finishing plays. And we never really got a handle on that the whole game. We were playing on the side of players instead of playing in front. And that's a bad place to be on the defensive end when you're playing on the side of players. So I thought that was the biggest problem throughout the game. And, we have to do a better job of guarding one-on-one. They shot 56% from the field. That was a big part of their players making plays, but also poor defense. I think anytime someone plays that well offensively, it's usually a combination of both things. The other team plays well offensively, and you're probably playing poorly defensively. That's a bad combination. That's not where you want to be. And so we could never close the gap because we couldn't get enough stops.
Coach, does this film become a teaching tool for your players when you get back? Here's the things we're doing well, and here's the things we're not doing well.
Well, I think in some respects, yes, it does become a teaching tool. But to be honest with you, I'm worried about the competitiveness more than I am the scheme. Right now, we're not competing at the level we need to. And you got to fix that first. You can put all the players in the right places on the offensive end and defensive end. But if they don't compete, you'll never win. You'll never win. So right now, as much as we will use this film as a teaching tool in some respects, it comes down to, can we compete at a higher level? And that's what we need to work to do.
And not playing hard comes from inside, not outside, correct?
Yes, I believe that. I believe that's a necessary thing, to have to want to play hard, and you have to do it over and over. I think that's probably the more challenging thing. Like, I think everyone comes into the game with a good intention. For the most part, everyone opens the game and says, I'm going to play hard. I want to help my team win. But as the game goes on, sometimes it wears on you. Maybe you make a couple bad plays and mentally you're not where you need to be, and so that changes your focus, and that changes your energy to play hard. Maybe you get early foul trouble and you're frustrated, and then when you come back in, you're not playing with the same force. The great teams and the great players, regardless of circumstance, man, they play hard. And we've done a good job of that at Duke over the last couple seasons, and we've got to get back to that. That's got to be the core of who we are.
Anything else for Coach?
Anything else to tune up on this long road trip in Las Vegas against South Carolina?
I can't even think about South Carolina right now. I know they're a wonderful team with a lot of talent, but we're not even in the same ballpark with them at all right now, because we don't play hard. And until we start to play hard, and actually that's true against any opponent, to be honest with you, we weren't in the same ballpark tonight with South Florida because we didn't play hard. So I'm most worried about fixing that. Fix that first. And then, we'll obviously worry about our next opponent at the appropriate time, knowing that it's a difficult one. But we've got to fix how we're playing first.
Coach, one last question, and thank you for your time tonight. Mike Tyson used to say, everybody's got a plan till you get hit in the mouth. Is that what bothers you the most, that when the game starts and things start to change, that your team isn't really adapting to that change?
In these couple games, yes. As I said before, I felt like the other games in the season we competed well. So it's not like we haven't done it. We've shown flashes of it. We just need to be more consistent with it. And